So throughout the month of January, we are committing to do what's called the Luke 11:02 21-day prayer campaign.
Yeah.
And we wanted to take a moment and just let you know of why we're doing it, what it entails, and how you can engage in the conversation. And so, Afsaneh, just kind of in just kind of launching this conversation a little bit, can you explain kind of the heart behind why we're doing the 21-day prayer campaign?
Yeah. Well, I think initially we wanted to start this year with prayer and prayer being on top of mind and for just being a priority in our lives. And, you know, so many times our prayers are focused on what's going on in our lives and just our own personal relationship with God, which is beautiful. But what if our prayers became a little bit more outward focused? And I think this 21 prayer campaign is all about this question of who are we praying for?
Yeah.
Who are we thinking about? Who do we just have this desire to have an encounter with Jesus? And it just gets us thinking about those in our lives. Maybe it's our family members. Maybe it's people in our network. Maybe it's people we work with that we know may not have a relationship with Jesus. How are we taking them calling them by their name and taking them to the Lord in prayer?
So it was inspired by Luke 11:2.
Yes.
Which is what?
Which is when Jesus is teaching about, he's teaching the disciples how to pray.
Yeah.
And if you want to speak to that, you're welcome to.
Sure. I mean, it's just the opening line of what has come to be known as the Our Father, or the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
Right? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Holy be thy name.
Yeah.
Thy kingdom come. You know, it's just this prayer of surrender. It's this prayer of recognizing how big God is and partnering with him and how he's advancing his kingdom in the earth. And so one of the ways that we wanted to do that is, what if we took some time in the month of January to kind of kick off this new year, and as you said, really focus on prayer. And so tell us a little bit, Afsaneh, about what how we can engage tangibly in this prayer campaign.
Yeah, and so everybody on this past Sunday received this card, and there's nothing magic to this card. You can use your notes on your phone. You can write it down on a sheet of paper at your house, a sticky note. But the purpose was that we would actually physically write out 3 people's names that come to mind. Maybe they're people that you have already been praying for, or that you know God has placed on your heart to just pray for and to care for, to reach out to. And, you know, take a moment to just ask yourself, God, who is it that I can pray for in this season? And you write their names out. And what's cool about this card is you can stick it places. You can put it on your fridge. You can keep it in your wallet. You can fold it up.
Which I did already.
And put it in a place that is significant. But
helps you remember to pray.
But the main part about this is that you actually set an alarm on your phone, or maybe a notification on your phone every day at 11:02 that reminds you.
In honor of Luke 11:2.
11:02, yes. That reminds you to pray. And that reminder actually, it went off today in staff, and we all got to pray together for the 3 people that we've been praying for. And it's just this constant, it's building a new habit of praying.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're a night owl, you get to pray twice.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and so in doing that, again, it gets us bringing these loved ones, these people in our lives to the Lord, but also we're just going to be expectant that God's going to do something through our prayers.
Yes, yes. So 11:02 every day, whether that be in the morning, just in the morning if you're a morning person, or morning and the evening if you're still awake at 11:02 in the evening.
Yeah.
Let it be a prompt that you can pray. And then if God so leads you to be able to maybe invite these people into a faith conversation, maybe share a little bit about what we're going to be doing at the end of January and how people can engage.
Yeah, so we'll be launching what's called our Alpha course on January 29th. This is the end of this month.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. on a Wednesday night here at CLC. We are going to be having a space where people can come and freely talk about faith, life, and meaning in a place that's non-judgmental, with people that are trained to facilitate these conversations. And it's really just a great place to invite people who may never want to step foot to church on a Sunday morning, but really are curious about faith. And so this will be a journey through the next several weeks, and we're just really excited about this space.
Yeah.
We've hosted a few alphas here at CLC, but we're really just hoping that this can be a place where we don't just invite people who have walked with God, but this is really a space where we want to invite people who
Are exploring the Christian
who
faith.
are exploring the Christian faith and who
Yeah.
have genuine questions about God
Yes.
and about life. And so
Yes.
that's really a great space. If God places on your heart to invite them, that's a great place. And God may even be placing on your heart to invite them to a conversation with you.
Yeah.
And so be sensitive to what God may be asking you to do as you spend time in prayer over these next 20 days, what
Love
God
it.
may be inviting you into in
Love it.
regard to these three people.
Love it. So just really, in summary, just real quick action steps. Number 1, write down 3 names of people that you'll be praying for. Number 2, set your alarm to 11:02 to be praying every single day for the next 21 days throughout the month of January. And then 3, invite someone else to join the 21-day prayer campaign.
Yeah.
And we're just believing that God's going to show up
Yeah.
and use our prayers over the next 21 days. And just real quick as well, we'll also make sure that in the description below, we'll drop in a link to sign up for our Alpha course again, which will be launching on January 29th. But we invite you to join us, and may God bless you.